Don't forget to join the Miscellaneous Podcast
for the Star Trek versus Star Wars debate
April 6th
at 3 p.m. Which side are you on?
My name is Apophis. You better be on my side. The Miscellaneous Podcast. Your host, Paulie.
I'm the host. Have you met me? I never shut up.
Happy birthday, dear
Josh.
And this is for you. He's also hermaphrodite.
Oh. With a title that says it all.
There will be a magic show at 0930.
Let's get to it.
These podcasts contain detailed plot spoilers and harsh language.
Blasphemy. I'll not have the Lord's name taken in vain.
Listener discretion is advised.
How you doing, Josh?
Fantastic.
On today's show, we have a special guest, Apophis 40123. Wait.
Yeah, that's right.
You just want to go by Apophis, right?
That's fine.
He's going to be one of the big debaters we're having. That sounds bad, the big debaters. He's going to be one of the debaters. How do you say that without sounding like nasty?
Is he a master debater?
Welcome to the show, buddy.
Thanks. It's good to be here.
He represents the Star Trek side of the debate. All right, so because of your special appearance, I came up with a quiz. What do you think about that?
Should I be scared?
Well, it's a Star Trek quiz. I figured in light of the upcoming big debate show, we'll do just like a little promotional thing with Star Trek questions.
Excellent.
But first, we got somebody who's coming up with a birthday soon, and I sent him a package.
Oh, shit. Let me go get that. That's like what half this fucking show was about, and I forgot. Let me go get it.
You sent him a package.
It's a little bitty pack. Wait, come on, right?
You might want to give yourself a little bit more credit than that, Paul.
I got a huge package. Yes.
Okay, that's overdoing it.
He's back, guys.
Well, he's back. All right.
Andy has the package.
I have a package, and I have the package.
Okay, that was a little bit more than I needed to know, but okay then.
That's all you need to know. Should I describe the package and what
Yes.
it's been the past week?
So let's do a quick backstory. My best friend's birthday and co-host of the show. Yeah.
Yay!
Well,
Who is he? Do I know him?
It's not really his birthday yet, but there's a long tradition with me and Josh when it comes to birthdays. And that is either I forget his or he just doesn't give a shit about mine.
This is correct.
I could not remember his birthday. So I had to remember April 1st, and then I gotta get his shit, I gotta get going. So this year we're a little early, but, it's all good. And whenever it was my birthday, I call him up and be like, you didn't wish me a happy birthday. And one of his lines would be like, well, get better friends.
We've been friends long enough to where, if he's going to go fishing for hurt feelings, I'm going to give him a shark to catch.
I wish we had a montage of things you said, to me that just made me a bit teary-eyed.
Like, go die in a house fire? That's good stuff.
That's me with my buddies in the milk, so we'll just leave it at that for another story.
What the fuck?
All right, what's in the stupid box?
The people have spoken. It's time to play What's in the Box.
Okay, so, I did get it, last week? And I've been watching it, just, it's been sitting on the table. One time it moved, so I hit it. I hope there's nothing breakable in it. I hit it with a bat, just to make sure, and it hasn't moved since.
Surprise, it was a puppy.
Who's in the box?
Well, it's a tool-looking bag, like Tulle tool, not TOOL tool. It's covered in little metallic dots. So let's see what's in the bag. It's a World of Warcraft official cookbook. How cool is that? Yeah, not just any damn cookbook from World of Warcraft, the official one.
Well, does that mean it's got roasted Wervin in it?
Well, you guys can take over while I look for roasted Worgen.
Apophis, you played World of Warcraft, didn't you?
I've actually not played any of World of Warcraft. After Warcraft 3, I was like, okay, this does not feel quite like Warcraft to me anymore. So it wasn't something that I was actually able to get into.
Okay, so we have, for main courses, the way of the entree, as it says, we do have Winter Veil Roast, Shovel Tusk Steak, hey, Savory Deviant Delight, in case I want to be a ninja.
Dude, how do you make that? What is it like? What do you need?
Yeah, I'm checking it out now.
Cool. Back in the day, from level 60 days, you'd have to hoard Savory Deviant Delight because you could only buy it on the black market inside the game. Or you found people who made it, and it turned you into a ninja.
Or a pirate.
I blend into the shadows.
Okay, Savory Deviant Delight. Somebody stole a recipe from a pirate named Stinkbraid, and strange things started happening to those who made the delicious dish. When you try Savory Deviant Delight, beware of flipping out or turning into a pirate.
Cool.
Ingredients: vegetable oil, 3 tapia fillets cut in half, a pinch of salt and pepper, 2 cups of yellow corn, a half cup of red bell pepper, a splash of white wine vinegar, this got interesting, and 6 small flour tortillas, a half cup of tartar sauce, 1 cup of red cabbage chopped, and another pinch of salt and pepper.
Oh, wow. It's like they're actual dishes to make.
It's a real actual dish.
Oh, so when I come down, you guys need to make me something from the awesome cookbook, eh?
It says skill level master, prep time 10 minutes, cooking 20 minutes, makes 6 small tacos, and pairs well with kungaloosh.
What is kungaloosh?
Kungaloosh is a drink, and that's on page 204. Stand by.
Whoa, they teach you how to make World of Warcraft drinks too? That's cool.
Look, as long as we don't remember what happened the night before, it will all be good.
Kungaloosh is a high mountain, a scorching desert, delicious drink. The recipe will reward your brave adventuring and requires 1.5 ounces of vodka, 1.25 ounces of rum, 3 ounces of Midori, which is a melon liqueur, 1 splash of cranberry juice, 2 ounces pineapple juice, and an orange wheel for garnish. Yeah,
Ooh.
you can actually make alcoholic drinks.
I don't know about you, but I think I got you a good birthday present.
Yeah, for something that I'm sure started out as a womp, this certainly turned into a catch.
I love it with World of Warcraft and so many other different shows or games where the lore is so deep and the fans are like so heavy into it. They will go to great lengths to bring some of the items from that into the real world as close as possible. And that's just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, this is 215 pages of recipes, including spices and basics, sides, breads, soups and stews, main courses, desserts, and drinks.
Dude, this is cool. I need to get one now.
You can just imagine everybody makes something like a potluck of this. Everybody shows up dressed in a World of Warcraft outfit with a World of Warcraft meal alongside. That would be freaking amazing.
You could totally have a fun party. You could have a fun party like that, no doubt.
I would so dress up as my mage, dude. Oh, yeah. The Adventures of Yulan and Yami.
Yeah, but, dressing up and then that's taking it to a whole nother level.
Are you upset because if we go to your place, we'll be sitting only in the Enormatron, big old fucking comfy seats dressed as mages? Is that why? We're not gonna really go out to the town to show off our outfits. We're just gonna be sitting there watching movies.
First of all, there's no way I'd be caught dead, traipsing around town dressed as my mage.
Yeah, but what if you had mage-like powers? Would you wear mage-like robes?
Yes, I would.
So then you wouldn't mind trumpsing around town because somebody makes fun of you, just shoot them with a fireball.
Or freeze them solid, correct.
That would definitely be interesting.
All right, we're getting way too into the dorkiness here. So we're going to stop this and go to Star Trek.
All right, my home turf.
Okay, in season 3, episode 2, what was the 8,000th word spoke?
Wait, which series?
Star Trek, the original series.
See, let's stop here real quick, okay? We have Apophis here. Now, he is one of the foremost? How would you say that?
Foremost.
Expert in Star Trekery. How would you say it? Star Trekery?
Something along those lines.
He knows what the code is that Captain Kirk used, and the second star... I don't know, I got nothing.
So he is one of the foremost experts in Star Trekery.
See, you make it sound so much better.
I practiced while you were talking.
Yeah, sounds like fun. Let's get to it.
Insert awkward silence.
Mr. Data, are you all right? I'm attempting to fill a silent moment with non-relevant conversation. Small talk. Yes, sir.
I know, I'm trying to look at some of these questions. In which episode does Data lose the game of Stratagema? Stratagema? It's like stuff like that. I don't know the fucking words to this. How many episodes?
Stratagema.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Stratagema.
All right. Do you know what episode the Data lost a game of Stratagema?
Yeah, it was season 3, episode 14.
Cool.
And technically, he did not actually lose. He stalemated. Well, actually, okay, he lost once, then he did a stalemate because he could not technically beat the guy, so he decided just to mess with him and just keep him from winning.
Who did he lose to?
That was the Zakdorn Master. Kohlrami was the name.
Elementary, dear Data. Which fictional villain did Data find himself pitted against in the holodeck?
That was Professor Moriarty.
I knew that one.
Welcome to the Enterprise. I'm Captain Picard.
How to calculate star dates. I don't think I want to know how to do that.
Kill me.
This is getting pretty
rough,
man.
No, we're going to leave that one alone because one thing I read said it was based on the Julian calendar, and I was like, huh?
What the hell's a Julian calendar?
It was like a calendar that was used like back in Roman times.
Yeah, it's the most popular calendar now. It's adopted by Julius Caesar.
He speaks the truth.
Unlike Quark.
Hey, Ferengis will tell the truth too when it's profitable.
What's with the ear thing being all, their sex thing?
They can hear shit before it happens.
Wait, with the Ferengi?
Yeah, they just talk about those ears, that's all.
Well, like their ears are, like the bigger their ears are, the better they're supposed to be at like acquiring profit. And it's like, it's kind of like a stereotypical thing, like, the bigger package you got, the better of a man you are, something like that.
What Star Trek movie featured Christopher Lloyd?
That would be Star Trek III, The Search for Spock, and he played Commander Kruge.
Yes, that's true. In Star Trek VI, Kirk and McCoy are sentenced to life imprisoned where?
The Klingon prison moon, Rua Pente.
What is the name of Cochrane's ship in Star Trek First Contact?
The Phoenix.
Which movie saw Data have emotions?
That was Generations, First Contact, Insurrection, and Nemesis.
Boom.
Jeez, this guy knows a lot of shit.
Well, now he's like, geez, ask me a hard one.
I know. What helped to create black holes in the installment of the Star Trek films?
That would be Red Matter.
All right. What ship did the bad guys use in Star Trek Nemesis?
Depends. Are we talking about the Romulans or the Remans? Because technically they were both kind of bad guys. It was the Scimitar.
Who was Sybok?
Sybok was Spock's brother. Well, technically half-brother.
Who is George and Gracie in Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home?
Two humpback whales brought forward in time.
The character Angina... Wait, that's not right. The character Angie belongs to which race in Star Trek Insurrection?
Anij, and she is of the Baku.
Yeah, I was close.
Vagina. Yeah, her name's Vagina.
But that's okay. It's Insurrection. We even Star Trek fans, we don't talk about Insurrection, so it's all good.
Why? Was that a bad movie?
Insurrection focuses on a major moral issue that they've talked about in previous Star Trek episodes, and they basically did a 180 on it.
Oh, wow. I guess it was political.
Well, you never really want to focus on a moral issue on any movie because it's just going to divide everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this one was about, is it morally sanctioned to move 600 people to save 6 million? Kind of like with the Holocaust was they put people in internment camps and they claimed it was for the betterment of others, but it ended up being wrong regardless, not just because of what actually did happen, but because it was a forced relocation.
Well, not only that, but, Star Trek, they're big on not moving people, to disrupt anything, just to observe. So to relocate 600 people forcefully seems pretty bad.
That was the prime directive. It says it's a non-interference policy. So, yeah, there are some things that you can work around with the prime directive, but with these people, it was like this is their home, and we're not to interfere with them. Even though it's just 600 people, it's still wrong to move them.
Makes sense.
Yeah, both sides of that issue are probably pretty heated.
Okay, moving on. What is the name of the clone of Captain Picard in Star Trek Nemesis?
The name of the clone was Shinzon.
Do you know what his actor name is? Tom Hardy.
Shit. Yeah, Tom Hardy.
A test without chance of success is known as...
That is the Kobayashi Maru scenario, the no-win scenario.
Which Star Trek film won the Saturn Award for Best Science Fiction Film?
Most of them.
Nice.
Which of the following was directed by Leonard Nimoy? Star Trek 4? Motion Picture? Star Trek 5? Or Generations? Did we stump him?
Which were the choices again?
Okay,
my mind wandered for a second.
Which Star Trek movie was directed by Leonard Nimoy? Was it Star Trek 4, The Motion Picture, Star Trek 5, or Generations?
4. Voyage Home, directed by Leonard Nimoy.
There you go.
Ha!
Hey, they're coming out with another one, too.
I just like the way, they actually have alcohol in this,
That's cool. I'm glad you like your birthday present, buddy.
Yay!
Don't get too wasted.
Too late, sir.
He's like, I've got a little rum.
I started this day drinking a half a gallon of whiskey.
Well, why is the rum gone?
'Cause I drank it.
Why is it gone?
I don't know. Why is it gone? Is this some Pirates of the Caribbean thing?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so it's stupid then, and no one cares.
Sounds about right.
Now we're pretty much done. I mean, I didn't really have much trivia. We actually have another guy who's supposed to be coming on, and he is MIA, and he was actually another part of Josh's birthday celebration. But he done fucketh it up, so...
Boo!
Yeah, jerk.
Of course, we have our special guest. Thank you so much, Apophis.
My pleasure, man.
I'm glad we got our...
Yeah, that's all. Just, yeah.
Thank you for listening to the Miscellaneous Podcast. Please give us a 5-star rating, or I will sick the Klingons on you.
No one likes Klingons being sicked on them.
See, I did think of one thing I could say, but then after I thought about it, I realized, wait, no, that ties in more with Star Wars. Damn it, that's not going to help my cause. Join the Federation. We can make cookies, beer, and your heart's desire on a whim.
As long as it's not real alcohol.
So what do they have?
For that, you go to 10 Forward and see Guinan.
Do they really have alcohol there? I mean, there's never been a show where they're drunk, or did I miss that? I mean...
There was actually one episode in The Next Generation that featured Scotty, who, may he rest in peace, by the way. He got rescued from a transporter accident, and he was feeling all nostalgic about the old Enterprise. So he's like, what the hell is this? It's like, you ordered a scotch, didn't you? Laddie, I've been drinking scotch since before you were in diapers, and I can tell you that this is not scotch. He was drinking a synthol. They took all the alcoholic aspects out of it and just left the flavor. And he's like, oh, God, this is nasty. So the bartender, Guinan, she actually had a stash of Aldebaran whiskey, like real alcohol, stashed under the counter. And he was like, I'm not sure what it is, but it's green and it's getting me drunk. So that's all that matters.
That's pretty cool.
Yep, I remember that episode.
Of course, there's the blood wine, too, which will get people drunk unless they take some medicine to keep them from getting drunk. So
the what?
The Klingons have blood wine, which is like, think Everclear times 100 with flavor. And then the Romulans had Romulan ale, which was so strong, it was actually illegal in the Federation.
Is that why? Because it was so strong? Because I remember it being illegal to get, but I didn't know why.
Part of it was because of a trade embargo between the Romulans and the Federation because they weren't allies. Also because it was just so damn strong.
Beware of Romulans bearing gifts.
You know this is illegal. I only use it for medicinal purposes.
So why was Kirk so infatuated with the 20th century?
Well, he was always a collector of antiques, and it wasn't as much about the 20th century. It was just antiques in general. And it was more heavily implied for The Wrath of Khan because it was a coming-of-age type story where he was realizing he's getting old, and he's feeling it. So the antiques are all scattered about his home to kind of give a visual aid of there's old stuff in his home because he's feeling old.
Now, see, that's a theme that runs through several movies, because the other one where I think it was The Final Frontier, where they go to Yosemite National Park and he's climbing a mountain and Spock like flies up and he's like, why are you doing this, Captain? Brr.
I want to feel young.
He's like, I climb a rock because it's there. Ah.
Yeah, but then again, Final Frontier was another one of those Star Trek movies that's like, oh, God, we can't believe this is part of the saga. It's that bad. No disrespect to William Shatner, but damn, man, that movie it needed some work.
I love William Shatner as an actor.
I actually got the chance to meet William Shatner a few months ago. I went to a Star Trek convention for 50th anniversary up in Chicago, and Will was there signing autographs. So, I mean, I didn't, like everybody else, I didn't get a chance to, like, sit down and talk to him and have a heart-to-heart or anything like that. But he was up on stage. He was having a good old time laughing, and even the other cast members were poking fun at him, too, for some of the things like the Final Frontier, and he was taking it all in stride, too, so.
Well, he's made his money, so he can laugh all the way to the bank.
True, yeah. So I watched documentaries, and I watched behind the scenes, and I did all that stuff when, all those movies came out, and, like, William Shatner was just kind of out there. He's like, he's climbing the rock because the rock symbolizes love and life, and the rock was this, and the rock was that. You're like, what the fuck, dude? You're climbing a rock?
Well, I think also, too, he was kind of, it's the challenge. It's something to overcome too.
Oh yeah, but that all goes with the whole, climb a rock because it's their thing. He was all like going in this whole thing of feelings and shit like that just didn't make any sense to what at least I perceived of the movie, but whatever.
Right, I totally understand that.
Because that's the one thing I loved about Star Trek. Star Trek was so Star Wars, you played in the backyards, in woods, with your friends, you had lightsabers, the sticks and shit, and that's how you did it. Star Trek, I just watched tons and tons of Star Trek. I couldn't get enough.
You said with Star Wars, you can play Star Wars in your backyard, but you can't really play Star Trek. But with Star Trek, you actually live it.
Some of the things Kirk did was so cool and, maverick to what needs to be done. And that's what I liked about it, And then you had Jean-Luc Picard, who was the total opposite. He's like this English-speaking actor who's like, Q, what the fuck do you want?
Right, yeah, there was always more mean behind it, so that's what kept bringing you back to it, because you kept rewatching it, because it was, like I said, it's more of living it than it is playing it in the backyard.
Oh. My brother had an enormous amount of Star Trek collectional stuff. We had the phasers, both old and new. We had, he had this awesome blow-up Enterprise that just sat in the corner of his room until it finally, just disintegrated. He had a die-cast metal, Star Trek Next Generation Enterprise, whatever that one was, NC-17D or something like that. And the saucer separated from it.
Star Trek has had its fair share of merchandise just as much as Star Wars has. I mean, when I was a kid, I grew up with the Micro Machines, and I had a huge collection of Star Trek Micro Machines. And to this day, I still have a good chunk of them, and I continue to buy miniatures and make custom miniatures and paint them too. So, yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong, I watched tons and tons of Star Wars too. But if you went outside, you're like, I'm Luke Skywalker! Yeah! And then you go to garage sales and get all the cool toys that you could just destroy. I loved Han Solo's laser blaster.
Yes, I bet you have.
But, yeah, it's me. Well, Josh, you want to chime in on any of this?
Checking out my my cookbook and debating on whether I should probably moderate the Star Wars side now.
Really?
Well, I was going to be moderating the Star Trek side. It seems like Paul knows a lot more about Star Trek than I do about Star Trek.
Well, thank you, buddy. No.
To get you a Star Trek cookbook.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
Ooh. Would you like a glass of Kana?
It's all in Klingon.
That's another thing I love about Star Trek too. They've actually gone as far as to break down the Klingon language completely, just like they did Elvish for Lord of the Rings. You can actually go to some schools and learn Klingon.
Which one did you like better? Did you like TOS or did you like TNG?
Of just those two, I liked TNG the best of the two.
You grew up watching the Star Trek, but when TNG came out, it was like a whole new world. And then one of the episodes that really kind of just resonates in my mind for some fucking reason was when that little big squid thing, little meaning that it must be something bigger out there because it was a baby, but it latched onto the backside of the Enterprise. You remember that episode?
I actually remember.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, it's like a sucker fish.
Tin Man.
Yeah, they had to sour the milk.
Yeah,
that's a milk reference that came right back into there. See? Okay, no, I got the joke. Never mind.
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay, I tried making a joke and it just went out
lag. There's a lag. I had to process that.
And then you had Data. Data was like the biggest thing ever. You're like, that's the guy from Night Court, and then all of a sudden he's a badass dude because he's an android.
Yeah, and with Data, he was helping the audience who watched the shows. He's trying to understand humanity, and so likewise, we're understanding ourselves as well through Data.
I hated Wesley though.
Everybody hates Wesley.
Okay, good, thanks. Because I don't mind the guy personally. I mean, I loved him in Stand By Me and shit. But when he's all sitting there and he's like, Captain, I want to be an ensign. Captain, I want to fly the ship. It's like, you're too fucking get the fuck out of here, kid.
Yeah, I mean, Wesley's character had a few good moments, but most of the time...
Shut up, Wesley!
Yeah, he was a whiny little... I just never got it. Deanna Troi was like the staple hot girl for Star Trek, right? For the TNG episodes. But I also loved Beverly Crusher too. But a lot of people called her Skeletor. And I kind of feel she got a little bad street cred for that. Cause I always thought she was kind of hot, in that mother kind of way, like a hot mom look,
You're kind of by yourself on that one.
I know, dude. I think I am.
You're like the only member of the Dr. Beverly Crusher is Hot fan club.
Well, don't get me wrong. And honestly, I always thought like Beverly and Picard were going to end up together, and they actually kind of hinted at an affection for each other, but they never actually followed through with that. Mostly, actually, because of Wesley, damn you.
Fucking kid gets in the way of those little schism.
But there was a big friendship between Picard and Beverly because they had been friends prior, and it was actually Picard who brought Wesley's father home to them after he had died.
Conveniently.
Damn it, Beverly, I took him out of the picture and you still haven't hooked up with me. What does an old man have to do?
You know, in real life, dude, Patrick Stewart has like a 35-year-old wife.
Oh, I know. And, like, have you seen the pictures of him lately? He's like, oh, God, I don't know how old he is, 60, 70 years old, but he still looks amazing for his age.
He can do one-arm push-ups and shit. Patrick Stewart!
I can do one push-up.
He is 76 years old, and some of these shots, I would not picture him for anything over, like, 52.
He's all like, come at me, bro. And you're like, no.
And dude, that is one of, like, the greatest episodes of the series, so.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for listening to the show. Please like us. Please subscribe to us. Please give us a 5-star review on iTunes. And please give us some comments. I'd love to hear what you guys think of the show. Also, if you have any ideas for anything else or want to bitch, complain, compliment, anything else, my email is pauly2yami@yahoo.com. It's PAULY, the number 2, YAMII at yahoo.com. See everybody there for the live debate, Star Wars versus Star Trek. Which side are you on? All right, bye.
Oh, that's okay. See, on the Miscellaneous Podcast Show, we butcher names good.
Wait, so hold on. Okay, this one's not live.
Oh, yeah, that story sounded probably better in your head, didn't it?
It worked. Crap. What?
Don't remember the flavor, but I do know that the cake was Deanna.
Wait, Deanna Troi? Like the cake was Deanna Troi?
Yep.
Ooh, hubba hubba.
And I thought I was a nerd.
Easy, Trugus. Oh, shut it. Read your book.
Star Trek is better.
Goodbye.